Buckle up, you star-spangled firebrands, because June 30th, 1971 was when the U.S. turned up the heat with the ratification of the 26th Amendment, dropping the voting age from 21 to 18 faster than a hot rod peeling out of a protest line. Signed into law by President Richard Nixon that day, this amendment was born from the chaotic crucible of the Vietnam War, where 18-year-olds were drafted to fight and die, over 58,000 by 1971, yet couldn't cast a ballot. The cry, "Old enough to fight, old enough to vote," echoed from college campuses to the streets, and Congress moved like lightning, proposing the amendment on March 23, 1971, and securing ratification by 38 states in just 100 days. That speed even a 1970s muscle car couldn't match. The spark? The late 1960s, when Vietnam War protests turned America into a pressure cooker. Kids like those at Kent State, where 4 students were shot dead by National Guardsmen in 1970, demanded a say. The Supreme Court's 1970 ruling in Oregon versus Mitchell muddied the waters, letting 18-year-olds vote in federal but not state elections, creating a patchwork mess. Congress said, "Enough," and pushed the amendment to unify the vote. By June 30th, Ohio became the 38th state to ratify, sealing the deal with Nixon's pen stroke. The speed was wild. Previous amendments took years, but this one was a sprint, fueled by raw, youthful energy that conservatives both admired and eyed with suspicion. This wasn't just a legal tweak. It was a cultural explosion. Suddenly, 11 million newly eligible voters, many with long hair and anti-war signs, could sway elections. The 1972 presidential race saw 25% of 18 to 20-year-olds turn out, a number that's dipped since, but still packs a punch. Liberals hailed it as a triumph of democracy, giving voice to the drafted and disenfranchised. But conservatives? They weren't sold. Figures like Senator Strom Thurmond grumbled that 18-year-olds lacked the maturity to handle the ballot, fearing they'd vote for hippie agendas over traditional values. Ex-user A or Patriot Voice 2025 quipped, "Gave kids votes, but not wisdom. Thanks, Nixon." A sentiment that still riles up the old guard. The amendment's roots trace to World War II, when 18-year-olds fought but couldn't vote. But Vietnam's draft lottery, kicking off in 1969, lit the fuse. By 1971, with 500,000 troops overseas, the hypocrisy stung. Protests at UC Berkeley and across the nation demanded change, and Congress listened, sort of. The amendment passed the Senate 94-0 and the House 401-19, a rare bipartisan blitz, though some saw it as a political ploy to quiet the streets. Nixon, no fan of the war's critics, signed it with a grin, later calling it a step toward justice, though his Watergate mess would soon test that optimism. The fallout? Spicy as a chili cook-off. Young voters helped elect Jimmy Carter in 1976, but the turnouts hovered around 20% ever since, leading some to call it a paper tiger. Conservatives argue it diluted the vote's weight, with untested kids swayed by protest hype rather than reason. Liberals counter it empowered a generation to fight for peace. Either way, it reshaped politics. Think climate marches and student loan debates today, all echoing that 1971 fire. The amendment's text is short but bold. The right of citizens of the United States, who are 18 years of age or older, to vote shall not be denied on account of age. That simplicity hides a revolution. Culturally, it was a shot of adrenaline. The 1970s saw youth culture, rock anthems, bell-bottoms, and peace signs crash into the political arena. Movies like All the President's Men from 1976 captured the era's distrust, while songs like Creedence Clearwater Revival's Fortunate Son fueled the draft age rage. For conservatives, it's a mixed bag, a win for liberty, but a risk when kids hold power. By 2025, with 18-year-olds debating AI rights or climate policy, the amendment's legacy burns bright, proof America's youth can ignite change, for better or worse. Now a preview for July 1st. Get ready for July 1st, 1863. When the Battle of Gettysburg's second day exploded, turning a Pennsylvania town into a bloody turning point of the Civil War. It's a gritty tale of Union grit, Confederate charges, and a nation's soul on the line, spicier than a cannon blast and louder than a rebel yell. So hell yeah, you red, white, and blue rebels, June 30th, 1971, unleashed the 26th Amendment, a voting firestorm that gave young patriots a voice. If this tale of war-forged rights, protest power, and political spice got your blood pumping, smash that like button like you're rallying for freedom. Don't just poke, Slam it till YouTube's servers feel the heat? Not subscribed? Jump in the fight and hit that subscribe button harder than a draft card burn. Ring the bell like you're sounding a protest horn. We're dropping history bangers every day. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Love the amendment or hate the kids? Like, subscribe, comment, and let's keep America's fire blazing, you liberty-loving lunatics.